welcome to this week's episode of SPTV, and this is a slightly different one. Bear with me because you'll be thinking, where the hell are you going with this, Steve? But my son, quite a few years ago, found a certain cheese that he liked in Tesco's, and it was just their normal, basic value, whatever you want to call it, thing. That's all it was. And we could have had anything, but he just liked it. You know what kids are like? They just kind of, once they like something, they like it and they stick at it and they don't want anything different, don't change it, nothing. So, we went in there, and several years ago it used to be in a certain packaging, and then a few years back again, a few years forward from that, but a few years back from now, it all became this kind of all these different things, and you noticed other sort of Tesco value things sort of dotted around the store that had all got the kind of matching branding idea, but it was all different colours and whatever depending on what you were buying. But I've got it on fairly good authority that some people didn't like it because it didn't blend in with everything else, which is a really smart thing that they've taken note of, because people don't, sometimes people do feel embarrassed by buying the value stuff, but ultimately if you can only afford that, whatever, then it's cool. I don't care whether someone pays like £1 for a piece of cheese or like £100. It's whatever you want and whatever you can afford, it's fine. But from a marketing point of view, they've realised that some people do feel as if they don't want to be kind of go, well, I can only afford this. So I went in there a few months ago, and I said to them, oh, have you got this particular one? And he goes, yes, it's over there. So I looked, and I said to him, am I being thick? I cannot see where this cheese is. And he goes, oh, it's this one here. I was like, okay, I didn't realise that. They've changed the name of it. He goes, yes, they've changed the name of it, so it makes it look better. It doesn't look cheap. So I thought, okay, that's quite interesting. Now, this is, respectfully to him, just someone that's working there. I mean, he's not like their marketing director or anything high up like that. I mean, it's just like a guy that's working the shop floor. And he said to me, he goes, yeah, they've changed everything because they want it to be kind of blend in a little bit more and everything, and sort of kind of how people are feeling and such like. And it kind of got me thinking that if you're offering something that's potentially kind of entry level, or maybe something that people may be put off by buying because they don't want to be seeing it in that way, is there any way that you could potentially change how that looks? Now, it's a massive undertaking for someone like Tesco. Whilst everything stays the same, they've only got to change the print on the top of it, making sure that it sort of stops at this point and there's no kind of like, you know, even for them, probably a few days in between the old stock and the new stock. They need to make sure it's a sort of seamless process. And there'll be big change managements and docs and meetings and everything galore that you could think of to get that in place across all the stores. But for most of us who have got that sort of slightly smaller business compared to someone like Tesco's, we could change that like today, pretty much overnight. I mean, sometimes you may need to adjust things, but the main product stays exactly the same. Just to be clear, you don't sort of kind of add anything in or take anything out. You could literally just change the name, and that's all they've done. So they've got, I can't even think of it now, which is bad. I can just come on camera. But they have sort of this new brand, which is in essence just made up, or it may have some, you know, link to a founder or something. But in essence, it's made up, and it doesn't really do anything. But it's just not called Tesco Value anymore. And it's a really smart thing that they've done. So again, it's what kind of the big boys are doing, how we bring it back down to ourselves and what we can change. And it's just getting those things where people then don't see it as an entry-level product and then don't buy it. Because often it can be that kind of entry-level product which gets the ball rolling for many businesses. You know, people will just go and try you for product X before bringing all of the rest of their work to you. And if that entry-level one isn't quite right, then you might have a little bit of a problem. So potentially by rebranding it or by just changing the name on it, people go, oh, well, that's fine. There's no difference in it. Well, we'll just buy it. So I hope that's been helpful. As always, if you ever want any help with how to do that or how to bring in a new name or anything like that, then just let us know. Wherever you're watching this, there will be some way that you can get in contact, whether it's replying by an email that you've received from us with this, or commenting below for sort of like Facebook and LinkedIn. Just let us know, and we'll be be more than happy to help you, totally free of charge on that side of things. So just let us know, and I'll see you in 7 days' time from now with the next episode of SPTV.